Probably has it on his like background noise.
All
I just
right,
hope he
guys,
keeps.
welcome back to another episode of the DaWeebs Podcast, episode 39, I believe, right?
Let me
Time to
check.
go Phantom.
Excuse me for the day. I'm gonna assume
Day,
it's
excuse
39.
me.
Excuse me for this episode. I'm gonna be coughing a
Episode
lot.
40.
Oh, we're on
This is
40.
officially episode 40.
Welcome to episode 40.
Yo, we're like almost halfway there to fucking 50 episodes.
I'm already ahead.
And then once we reach 50, I can say we're halfway there to 100.
Yeah. I have to apologize for this episode. I'm gonna be coughing a lot. I've been sick for the past couple of weeks, which will be my excuse. That's gonna be our excuse for not uploading for the 3 weeks.
Which is completely false.
Which is completely
false.
false.
No way.
The truth of it is, I thought we've been recording for the past 3 weeks, and we've been putting content out, and then it wasn't until yesterday.
What were you living in?
I don't know, dude. It must be because my team started, the CS team started, practicing again, so that like substituted the episode. So in my mind, since I was already on that weekly schedule of practicing, my mind thought, practice equals episode, right? So like I had a routine, and that, because like our episodes would be my weekly routine, right? But that got substituted with practice, so then practice became uploading and recording the podcast. So in my mind, I was thinking, yeah, we've been doing episode for the past 3 weeks, but no, it was just I've been practicing for the past 3 weeks and not recording an episode. It's all it's all fucked. But yeah, do excuse me for coughing. I have been sick, and that's the excuse we're gonna go out with, and the truth, I swear.
To be honest, the first week, I think me and Isaac were like, Chuty, we need to record a podcast. And like, it's not even the weekend yet. It was a Friday, too.
That's not the weekend,
bro, it counts as the
was
weekend.
completely your fault, Chuty. The first week was your fault.
Second week,
George and I just stopped caring after that point.
I think we brought it up once, and then Chuty just didn't respond.
And then we're just like, we tried.
The third week, though, which was technically what?
Last week?
Yes, yeah, last week.
Which was you. I intentionally held off on till like Sunday, because I knew that you wouldn't be back home till like Sunday.
Yeah, I was gone for 3 days, so I couldn't record. I mean, I could have.
Well, you could have, and then we would have had a guest.
A real life guest.
Yeah. Decided against that. And here we are today. Which has been 3 weeks from our last episode, which is still bizarre to me.
And we have not talked to each other in a good while.
Yeah, within those 3 weeks, we have not conversed with each other a single time, which is crazy. But
before we continue with the content of Chuty's embarrassing stories, which is a good segment to always go into, this is completely off topic, I'm just going to end it after saying it. I had the greatest nut of my life this morning. Oh, it was amazing. All right. We can change the topic now.
I was gonna say something until I realized that, like, I think it's something that we can definitely discuss within ourselves, but definitely not throw out into the internet. So I decided to not say what I wanted to say.
So after them.
You're welcome. I've grown. You're welcome.
I have. Me and Chuty have the same content for TikTok, though.
True that.
Like, For You page.
I've absolutely regressed.
George and I have been sharing TikToks on TikTok, and like most of our shit, we've seen each other. So I'm like, bro, we have the same fucking For You page, dude. It's crazy.
And I still haven't downloaded TikTok. I don't plan to.
Yeah, don't, because I'll just be spamming you with TikToks that
You already spammed me on Instagram. I don't need 2 social media apps where Chuty is constantly bothering me.
Did you go out throughout the 3 weeks, Chuty?
No.
Like, how the fuck did you get sick?
It was after New Year's. So after New Year's, it was probably after we went bowling as well. After that time, because like a couple days afterward, I started getting symptoms, and then I was in
cold or flu.
Cold symptoms. Yeah, dry throat and fever, and then
well, I mean, it was cold outside, so you were bound it. So I mean,
well, that's cold. Yeah. So and then I've just had this cough for the few weeks after that. So I've been talking to people. They'd be like, "You got the Rona?" I was like, "Bro, at this point, probably." But yeah, so that's essentially
as much as we joked about Asians having Corona constantly. Now the meme is alive. What do we do now?
Now it's actually real, bro. That's crazy.
We didn't account for this.
Well, it's one way to start 2022. Am I right? Like, I'm all for it. If I get sick start of 2022 and never get sick ever again, fuck it, I'll take it.
I may be stuck on Isaac's fucking camera because I cannot see his eyes.
Yeah, dude, he's a full hentai protagonist up in this bitch.
Yeah, it just completely reminds me of, and I just see that smile.
He's a full hentai protagonist up in this bitch, dude. We finna get fucked, bro.
Yo, no.
Watch out, I'm coming for both of you.
Wait, Isaac, I got a girlfriend. You have to get Chuty.
No, I don't care.
Wait a minute.
You have to ask her for permission, but I
No,
don't.
it's no old bars up in this dude. He's a hentai protagonist. He can do whatever he wants, man.
I live by my own rules.
No.
Exactly.
Leave my ass alone.
So, like George prefaced earlier, we talked about recording an episode yesterday, and I was just like, man, that's crazy. It's been 3 weeks since we've uploaded a video, but these guys were very tired, so they went to bed really early. But at the time that they went to bed, my mind went back to, hey, remember those few times that were really embarrassing that you should totally remember so that you can tell on the podcast? I was like, yeah, I remember them. I don't know if I should tell them.
Story time. Let's go.
And I was just like trying to recall everything that happened, and I was like, fuck, now that I've recalled everything, I kind of have to tell the story on the podcast. So
before you go into story time, I like to make this into a complete segment because Chuty has a lot of embarrassing stories that just slowly come up. So welcome back to Embarrassing Stories with Chutiwat. Thank you, audience, aka Ryan, for joining in today with our special guest.
Just randomly name dropping him now. It's gonna be like a tradition every episode.
Yeah,
that's great.
Every time I remember an embarrassing story, at least. So this time around, it's a bit different. This time around, instead of just it actually happening in real life, it has to relate with dreams. These are the very few and minute dreams that I remember. By few, I mean 2 of them, because, well, they're the only ones I can remember from it. So, this first one, I was probably in middle school, right? Around the time when we discover the good stuff, and, we a bit more sexually active, if you will.
Oh.
I go to bed one night, and, I'm back to elementary school, right? I'm in elementary school, it is from all the good memories that I've had in elementary school. I'm like, oh shit, I'm back in elementary school. Let's go, Pog. Things start happening, and then all of a sudden, I start doing the deed in my dream with a crush I had in elementary school, and I was like, yo, this is Pog. But now, mind you, I've never experienced what this felt like.
You want to what?
You can't let the FBI know what I look like.
So mind you, I've never done the deed, and I don't know what it feels like. So right before we get started, everything goes black. And a few moments later, I wake up, not in real life, but in the dream. I wake up and I'm now across the school from where the deed was, if you would, was being performed. I look down and I am fully naked. And I go, oh fuck. To make matters worse, it's after school. So everyone's free reign, you're free to be wherever you are. I am across the school from where I was done the deeds, and I'm thinking to myself, that's probably where my clothes are, because that's the last place I would have taken them off. So now, fully naked, I have to traverse through the whole entire school to get to my clothes. And I'm just there like, fuck me. So I start walking, and then people start coming up to me, and I'm just like, no, get the fuck away. And then to make things more embarrassing, they don't even acknowledge that I'm naked, right? They just talk to me normally. and I'm just like, fuck. Right?
Is this pity? Are you pitying me?
That's like,
Don't look down on
I'm
me.
like, dude, like, it
At
was,
least say something.
it was horrible. And then, I brushed them all off and I just keep walking. And then a teacher's assistant comes up to me and I'm like, dude, I'm fucked. Right? I'm so fucked. And then, like, they're just like, why are you naked? And I'm just like, I left my clothes somewhere. I have to go get it. And they're just like, understandable, have a good day. And then they walk away. And I'm just like, dude, obviously they didn't say that, but like, that's in essence what they said. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? This is horrible.
Understandable. That's thing.
Obviously they didn't say that, but like, I'm supplementing that in because it's funnier. But, I finally go back to the place where I think my clothes are. And what do you know? My clothes are there. But the worst part is that it's extra crowded there, right? So like, as I'm walking to get my clothes, there's only, a handful of people that I see, that I talk to, or they talk to me, and I just brush them off and try to get to my clothes. I get to the place where, my clothes are, but fucking there's just massive groups of people there. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Right? I'm stressed now. So I'm just like, I just fucking burst in and I grab my clothes. And then the person that I was doing the deed with is there. And like, I'm gonna go start a conversation there. I was like, hey, yo, we just did the deed, right? Hey, that's pretty pog,
Did you at least put your clothes on, or were you still like naked, just like clothes? Like
I don't remember. I saw them and I just had to go converse with them.
That's hilarious.
So
it would be even more hilarious if you're still naked. You just had your clothes on hand.
I'm just like, hey,
you never put it on.
Hey, we just did. So I go to talk with them, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh my god. Holy shit.
I'm not naked.
Yeah. And then like, obviously I had school the next day, so I'm just like, fucking like, dude, are you kidding? I just had a dream where I'm fucking naked at school and now I have to go to school and I'm fucking petrified. So like, I'm fucking full blown stress. But
when was this?
It was probably back in middle school, maybe like just transitioning out of elementary school, but it was not a good time.
That's funny.
Why would you one horny kid to dream about you doing the deed with another person? Like, it's even weirder when it's like transition period from elementary to middle school.
That's when you discover shit,
You would still be like 11, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 11, 12.
11, 12.
Isaac, stop lowering the fucking hat. It's not gonna go any more down.
Oh. I need to go to the bathroom.
What the hell?
Nah, take us with you. I know you can still hear me. Don't you, this motherfucker?
I can't tell the second story without Amir. And we have
oh shit.
Yeah, I have a second one. There's a second one, dude, and is
it worse than the first, or is it just even?
Absolutely.
Oh god, how is it worse?
Oh, dude, it's worse. Because like that one wasn't so bad because I just it's just
I think everyone at some point has a naked dream.
Yeah,
but still.
Everything that happens only happened in the dream. This next one happened in the dream, but it carried over to real life. So it's bad.
Real life time.
Yeah. So it gets embarrassing.
Can I know how old you were when this happened, or?
So the second dream was way later. This is probably when I was like 15, 14. Around that age. Yeah. So I'm older. I'm a bit more mature. I've sort of, experienced the middle school life, thinking, we're all cool and shit, and it's just like, no, we were cringe as fuck.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, dude. I sometimes just look back on the dumb shit that I've done, and I'm like, man, I don't know what went through me to do that shit, but you know what? I'm glad I did it because like they're funny stories to tell, man.
Yeah.
And then I also realized I've never realized how like fucking skinny I was until like I see some old pictures of myself and I'm like, bro, I'm fucking skinny. Or I was skinny, it's crazy.
Childhood metabolism is just being the greatest and most powerful thing ever.
Yeah, dude, I was like 5 something at 100 pounds, and I was like skinny, and I was like, I looked back on some pictures of myself. I'm like, dude, I was a fucking stick. I don't know how I survived, and I just didn't get blown away by the wind. But yeah. Welcome back.
Motherfucker built like an Isaac. Oh shit, I expect.
I shit on you. I was gone, huh?
So
nah, bro.
No, we were shitting on me, dude. So I have a second dream. Before you so kindly walked away, this one is worse than that first dream. So
I'm waiting to hear it.
This is around when I was 14, 15. So for context, 14, 15, that's after we've discovered the good stuff and after we embedded it into our daily routine, if you will. That summer, I did decide to go to on vacation to Thailand, where one of my older brother lives, and I went there with my eldest brother to visit my older brother. My eldest brother, his whole entire family, to visit my other older brother in Thailand. So we go, and I'm having a great time. But obviously, when you're taking a vacation somewhere you've never been, well, I've been there before, but it's at a place you've never been, out of your comfort zone. You can't really find the time to fit in this new daily routine, if you will, right? If you don't know, the daily routine I'm talking about is the good old 5-knuckle shuffle. But yeah, so you can't really find time to sort of do it. So I'm there, I'm chilling with the family, and some time goes by, and we decide to take. I'm already on vacation there. We were staying at my older brother's place for a while, and then we decided to go to this other place where it's this resort / hotel that's like right next on the beach. It was an amazing place. So we're staying there because there's like a water park nearby as well. We're staying there, and like when the first few nights, oh my god, when the first few nights that we're staying there. Hey, bro, someone's robbing a car. Are you good, bro?
Nah, bro, take him
out. Someone's robbing his car.
So on the first few nights there, I'm sleeping, and in this dream, I'm at church, which is really weird for me because I'm not religious, and if I was religious, I'd be at a temple because I'm Thai. I grew up with Buddhism more than Christianity. So it's weird that I'm at a church, and this nun notices me, and for some reason, the nun here just has like an incredible sixth sense to detect like if you're about to commit a sin. And at this stage, it's been about 2 weeks since I have done the good old 5-knuckle shuffle, right? So 2 weeks is a lot of time for the build-up down there, and we've all learned that wet dreams are a normal occurrence during this period, and that, if you embed it into your daily routine and you don't have a release, there's too much that gets built up, and, well, it just has to go. So this nun notices that I'm pent up, right? And
she helps you?
No. She notices that I'm about to, need to do the deed. And she starts hunting on me. Like, she starts hunting me down, like, hey, nah, you can't do that, bro. And, like, me, I'm like, fire, bro, I gotta do something. So I'm just fucking running. I run away, and I somehow miraculously escape the nun. I'm, like, in the boys' bathroom. I close the door, lock it, and then I start doing it. And this is in a dream. And, like, normally, when you have these sorts of dreams, you think to yourself, oh, dude, it's just a dream. It never goes any further than just, a small stimulation, and then it never actually happens. So I'm there, and I'm in the dream, I'm jacking it, and then, but like it's happening.
He wakes up and he realizes he's doing it in real life.
It's happening for a really long time, and I'm just there, like I'm still just sitting there, like my mind. At this point, it's a lucid dream, right? Because like I'm seeing myself do it, and I'm like, This is going on for a really long time. This is weird.
Is George saying anything for you, by the way?
No.
Yeah, your audio's not working. George.
Oh shit, George is broke, bro.
Damn,
George is broke, bro.
They should broke you.
Anyway.
Yeah,
no, George, seriously. Where'd I leave off? Oh right. So I'm sitting there like,
you left off with these nuts in your mouth.
I'm sitting there like, dude, this is going
I wish
on.
I wish you didn't have me go to this side anymore. I wish it stayed broken.
This is going on for a really long time, like extremely weirdly long. And then I get to a point where I nut, I bust, and then I wake up and I'm like, fuck. There's no way that I just did what I did in the dream. And I'm like panicking. Put my hand in my pants, in my underwear, and I'm like, no fucking way, right?
Hey man, I was joking before. It was a joke.
So I'm like, fuck. And it's early morning. Thankfully, it was early morning. And thankfully, the room that I was staying in had like a restroom right next to it. So like, I just quickly got out of bed and I fucking ran into the restroom. And I took the under.
Blessing.
Sneeze, bro.
I quickly go into the bathroom and then I just wash off the underwear, right? Because I'm like in a full blown panic. I just wash my underwear, and I'm like, I've got two options. I can either put this wet underwear back on and carry on with the rest of my day, or
That's disgusting.
go commando and try to find my suitcase. Now, mind you, when I came in,
Miranda.
you know, I didn't take care.
Shut up.
I didn't know where the family put my suitcase with all my clothes and stuff, right? Because like it's only the first couple days, I haven't showered yet. I didn't need a change of clothes, so I had no idea where my suitcase was. So I'm like, I can either go commando for the rest of the day, or I put back on this wet pair of underwear. I chose the latter. I put the wet pair of underwear back on.
Ugh, disgusting.
Oh, you got wet
Pull
balls,
up my pants.
You balls drenched.
Should have just ate the cum.
And then
regained life force.
I go back to bed.
Get an extra 5 years of life.
Shut up, dude.
Extra 5 years of life.
This is so cursed.
And then I head back
Curse these nuts
to my bed, and then I just sleep.
Bro, it's such a fucking funny, embarrassing story, man. This man just nutted.
You're right, that
dream.
was worse than the last one.
It was worse than the last one. I told you, man.
I'm glad I
Because I actually got to see the result of what happened from the dream and translate into real life.
Yeah.
I'm glad I started off the podcast with saying, man, I had the greatest nut this morning. Because now we've just taken a big turn into nutting.
I woke up once to class, and after class I nutted. I find one out after class.
Dude, oh my god, I have to wake up at 8 in the morning, like 8 every morning, 8 in the morning to go to fucking calculus, dude. I'm gonna die. Like I'm literally going to die.
Terrible.
I'm not gonna survive this semester.
Isaac, the complete depression in that. While just shooting him down
I
with
have
that.
to wake up at 8 for my college class. I have to wake up at 9 for my math class. And then my art class is optional. I need to go and just play a check-in kind of thing.
So I'm literally gonna try for like 2 weeks, and if it doesn't work out, I'm literally just gonna be like, "Hey, this is some bullshit. Can I just
drop out, dude?"
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna talk to my counselor and be like, "Hey, this is bullshit. Can I just take statistics?" Like I can't. Statistics is easier, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more, classes that I'll be able to take later on in the evening, so I don't have to fucking wake up at 8 in the morning. So
just change all to night classes, so you got something to do in the night.
No, I'm just gonna.
When me and George are asleep, Judy just goes to class.
I mean, he gets to sleep all day.
That's true.
No, I'll only change it because I'll just do the same thing I did last semester, which is I only had classes for 2 days, and those 2 days I'd go to class. then that wouldn't really fuck up my work schedule, because then that just means for 2 days I don't go to work. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, those are my two very embarrassing memories / dreams that I just remembered yesterday when we talked about, hey, we should do a podcast, and then just went all the way back into the deep dark memories, and it's just like, hey, remember this time?
Cool. So
I don't
basically,
want
we
to.
have content now.
Now we are, yeah.
In weeks of not talking, and that's the only thing we could come up with. Welcome everyone.
Well, George, you did say that
amazing.
everyone has had a naked dream. Care tell?
I mean, my dreams are wild, but I've never had one before. I just know there's a lot of stories of people talking about like their naked dreams.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
So you lied. You lied to.
Well, I never said I had one. What about you, Isaac?
Well, you literally said everyone's had a naked dream, so
I said everyone at some point has had a naked dream.
Yeah, exactly. So
meaning at some point.
Yeah, but when you say that implies that you would be included in that too.
Yes, when you say everyone at some point, that I think that clearly means
that implies that you've already experienced it at some point before.
Exactly.
No, I haven't had a naked dream before. If I have, I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's the problem though. It's like you don't remember most of your dreams. I just remember the wild ones, like the two that the two that I just told you, and I remember a few horror ones, but
Dude, I had this weird fucking dream when I was younger, like really younger, and I had known nothing in history, but for some fucking reason, it felt like it was another life or a different reality, bro. I wish it was weird. That's how real it felt. But it felt like a world where Hitler won
the
fucking
hell,
war, and
you know what? I take that back. I've never had that kind of thing.
Dude, I don't know about you. I've never lived in a simulation before. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Those types of dreams, my guy. You good? You good?
It was like if Hitler won the war.
Not okay.
And everyone was just trying to like find life in this new world. It was so fucking wild. I think my family was just like, for some reason, part of the resistance, and we got caught, bro. It was so hectic. So much action, so much death, so much starvation. It was so fucking crazy.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, right.
I know, bro. Wild dreams, bro. I think I had another one where it was less exciting because I was just, and it ended really shortly. I just lived with my dad. That was about it. I was a different person, but I mean that's the only fucking difference.
Bro, man, George is like, my shit is embarrassing. George just lives in a fucking simulation, dude.
What's going on with George?
George just lives in a simulation. He just comes up with like, yeah, dude.
I think another past life type of dream was like, I had this like Viking fucking life.
Yeah, dude, bro's just living in like different multiverses, dude.
He's living out his entire like family tree, like his ancestors or something.
Yeah, dude.
It was like they're trying to tell me something, bro.
He enters the multiverse, dude. It's like, oh, bro, I killed the butterfly once.
George's come through.
In the Viking one, it was like, I think I was seen as a traitor, even though the thing I did was just I'm being framed for it. So I wasn't gonna go to trial without like a fair fucking trial. So I was hunting down the person that framed me, and they just took my family and used them as hostages. It was like this action movie, but I fucking ran and killed them and shit. I freed them,
he's just
I
living out his
bro.
his ancestors' lives in his dreams. I swear.
Bro, I didn't make it out, man. I got shot and I got killed, bro.
Bro, he got shot.
Even in your Holocaust game, you got caught. Is there a scenario where you actually survived?
The one with my father, I survived, but that was a boring one.
That one doesn't count. It's not technically like a different life.
It is.
Well,
Yeah.
it is technically.
Yeah.
But no one's killing the other two, like where
Bro, these
Hitler
are like
won or he was a Viking.
these are like motherfucking what if stories, bro.
Isaac, any
Um,
interesting dreams that you would care to
Well,
tell
I
us?
have had like an experience of just like there was one very specific one where it was a guy had a crush on a girl and I was that guy, but the girl was already in a relationship with another guy.
Hey, I've heard that one before.
And I don't know. Yeah, I've told this one before, but it felt so real. Like I actually remembered like all the places that were in that dream.
Dude,
And I
that's
Hold up.
remember specifically like what happened, like the order of events that played out. And I remember everyone's faces so clearly.
dude,
So weird.
those are like the weirdest ones where like where you dream of something and then it happens in real life and you're just like it's like a deja vu dream and you're just like, bro, what the fuck?
It wasn't even deja vu, it was just an entirely different scenario.
Yeah.
Isaac, how about we recreate that dream, but choose
No,
the
I'm
girl
good.
and I'm the
I'm
guy?
good. You know what? I'm good. I'm fine. It's okay. No.
Cheer you up for it?
It's meant to be dream. Let's just leave it at that.
I think
That's as far as it goes.
the last wild dream I've had that was like it felt like another world was actually it felt like 2021 to be honest, where it just started off with a war. Like we immediately went into like World War III. I forgot why, but bro, it was hectic.
It was probably for some stupid reason, to be honest.
Yeah, bro, it was like who's gonna eat the fucking bat and start Corona?
Everyone is just arguing about like this is Batman versus Superman. Like, oh, well, you know, there's no prep time, Batman.
This like big fighting starts, and I think they're recruiting like young men to join the fight. My brother keeps me hidden and shit, so that I don't get taken off. So I don't get taken off to war, just die. And
do you know what happened to me and Chuty?
Nah, bro, it was just for some because the way it ended was like
he doesn't care about us enough to exist in his dreams, dude. It's crazy.
Well, this dream was like middle school. Like a transition.
Well, you still didn't include us. Okay.
So like my family just gets fucking taken, and I'm like, damn, bro, I can't just leave them like that. I get separated with them though, you know, and then they get taken, and I see it.
It's just the way that you said, yeah, my family got taken, and I was just like, damn. They just made it seem like they got taken away, and you're just like, damn, that sucks. Anyway.
Dude, I found it felt like an action movie, bro, because I found this old guy who was like, bro, I'd train you right now, only if you're up for it. And then he trained
like that was an anime, dude.
I trained like so fucking much to the point where I was just an absolute fucking killer. And I started hunting down like each fucking person who knew where my family was until I got to the last guy, and then he just beat the shit out of me.
Hey, I've heard this one before.
But then the building kind of just fucking blew up that we were fighting in.
What?
And I just got separate. I survived in this one.
Well, I want to know why the building exploded.
I don't know. That's the thing. It was like he was
like a Tourette's camp up in this bitch.
Too. It was fuck. It was his building too, and it just for some reason blew up. I think
it was like, man, I feel like blowing up a building. You just happen to be there.
I think it was the people who worked for him who got tired of his shit and saw that I was just like killing people and freeing everyone. And we're like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Fuck his building in particular that he's in. And just fucking
this guy.
blew it up.
You too. I'm blowing you both up.
I got sent out the window and I can see myself falling. And I was like, fuck, if I die, I can't save him. Nah, bro.
That actually reminds me of a dream I had. But I'll let you finish.
I landed and I was just fucking floating in water. And I kept like, in my dream, I kept waking up and just like blacking out until I feel like my body getting stitched up. And I see this fucking girl going like, she was like blonde and she just fucking like, hey man, I saw you dying and shit, bro. I came
Damn, bro, George is just the blondes confirmed.
Damn, you hear that, Al?
That's when I woke up and I was like, what the
Yo,
fuck?
Al, you hear that, bro? Dye your hair blonde, bro. You'll
That's
steal
when I
my
woke
man's
up
heart.
and I was like, damn, bro, what the hell, man? I've never had that dream again. It was just that one fucking thing.
Oh, dude, I hate that. It's like when you have an interesting dream and then you wake up and you're like, no, fuck, take me back. And you try to go back to sleep.
It's even worse
Yeah.
when
And then you
someone
sleep
else
and then
wakes
it's a
you
new,
up.
yeah, and then it's a new dream and you're just like, bro, fuck. Anyway.
I might just try to fully remember it and write it down. See if I can make a story out of it.
Isaac,
Be an
Yo,
interesting
create my-
story.
your dream?
Yeah, it was weird because I was like on a mountaintop, and I don't know the reason why, but there were like a bunch of other like kids my age. I think it was back in like junior year or something like that. And then they were just like, all right, you gotta go. So basically, it's like a mountain, but it was like a cliff, right? And then it was like basically a giant block protruding out. That was just like, all right, you have to go around this thing. And it's just like, why? It's just like, just do it. And I was just like, okay. And then I'm on this, I'm like hanging on the side of like the cliff. With like basically no restraints holding me in.
I'd be shitting myself.
And then there's like handles like just stuck to the wall. So I'm just like going from handle to handle and just like, and then I don't know how to describe it. It's so weird, but it's like my body was like, it was leaned back basically. So I had my feet up like on the lower part of the wall. It was kind of like facing inwards. And then the handles were like up here. So I was just like this kind of. And then I was just like walking like that along the wall. And then I got to the corner and then I looked down and then I see a parking lot just like filled with cars and just like buildings. And then I reach for the handle that's like, and I'm like right at the corner. So it's like the turn. And then I reach for the handle. I got it. I move my foot and it slips. And then my hand slips. And then my other hand slips. And then I completely fall off. And as I'm falling, I'm just like, well, I lived a good life. As far as I've gotten.
Just accepted his face. I'm dead, bro.
It legitimately didn't feel real because it was like it still felt like I was falling, but it felt like everything was slowed down around me. So I was just like, I guess this is it. And I just see myself falling, getting further and further away from the cliff, and I'm just like, yeah, this is real. I'm gonna die. This is where it ends. And then yeah, I woke up. Which is weird.
I do remember. Oh my god, this just reminded me. Your falling dream just reminded me of this other dream. So I guess I had just watched Up because like most of the times your dreams consist of things that you think about when you're going to sleep or things that you've seen throughout the day. Or at least that's how my dreams used to work. So I guess I had just apparently seen Up that earlier that day or a couple days ago, but I was just thinking about it. So I'm in my dream and I'm in the Up house and I'm like, why the fuck am I just flying in clouds, right? I step outside and I look out the balcony and I'm fucking elevated in the air and I'm like, I'm gonna shit myself because like I've got a big fear of heights, right? So the second I see that, my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, like
Is this like the other dream scenario? You were just like, I'm gonna shit myself, and then you woke up and then you actually shit yourself.
Yeah. So I'm petrified and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go back in. I turn around, the house isn't there anymore, and I'm like, something's going on here.
You're just like on the porch.
Now I'm just on a porch, floating in the middle of nowhere, and I'm just like, what the fuck do I do? And I'm just there, and I'm just chilling, and then finally there's parkour shit that just appears out of nowhere, like Minecraft. You know how like with the blocks and you just jump from it, and I'm just like, bro, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm taking my time, I'm jumping across, and and I'm like, oh my god, I'm petrified. And then I look down, and then like there's just like, how like in movies when they look down, they do that weird zoom thing to make shit feel like that's exactly what I felt like, and I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking die, right? So I don't know what happens, but I guess just like a big gust of wind just comes and it blows me off the platform.
It blows you.
And I'm falling.
Whoa, dude, chill
and
out, man.
I'm falling straight to the ground, and I'm like, holy shit, I wonder how hard this shit's gonna hurt. Or like, I wonder how much this shit's gonna hurt. I'm like falling fast straight to the ground. And then as I wake up, I'm falling to the ground. And then like when I hit the ground in the dream, I hit the ground in real life and I wake up and I'm like, oh my fucking, what the fuck? Right? So I'm like in pain. I just fell on my side. I'm aching and I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not dead. You know? So then I get up and I'm like, fucking Christ. Get back into bed and then I go to sleep again. But it was horrible. And then it was like 3 a.m. when I woke up.
Judy, what if you did that and this is all just your hell loop?
Bro, honestly, I'll take it. This is a long ass hell loop though. It's been 15 years. Or I'm not 15, I'm 18. It's been 18 years. Hey bro, you good?
Sorry about that.
I just find it funny that like his embarrassing dreams are part of his hell loop. So it's just like it's just a hell loop of just like actual fears and then just like embarrassing stuff. Like that's just his actual hell.
Oh my god, dude. Younger brother's getting fucking spoiled now. It's like I've been ordering Mickey D's for the past couple days. Not because I wanted Mickey D's. My younger brother wants Mickey D's, and I'm just like, bro, fucking crazy. So now I'm gonna have to order Mickey D's for him later after this podcast is over.
I also get donkey.
I say less.
You do know where I live, so
I do.
It wouldn't be
Finally.
impossible. But I have to go out and get it, so
Yeah, you
which
would
I don't
have to
want to
get it.
do.
Yeah. I got
Too late
lost.
for that. You don't never mind. I don't want to make these anymore. Oh, it's nice.
I'm glad you met me at the front, because if you gave me entry and you told me, hey, this is the apartment we live in, I'd be so fucking lost. Like if I
Isaac
ever
would walk outside like, where the fuck is Chewy? Just him in the playground.
He would. But like if I would had the ability to break into that apartment complex and I was like I had to get to Isaac's place, I've forgotten the route. Like I fucking I wouldn't know where to go. He literally would just walk out and see me on the playground. I'd be like, oh shit, hey Isaac, where do you live again? I just need to break in real quick, bro.
My apartment is like literally right there, like on the playground, like
Yeah.
right next.
Well,
to
there's
the
like
playground.
2 of them. There's one that's like smaller, the green one near the elevator, but then there's one that's like the one that we walked by.
Yeah.
So I'd just be stuck at the first one because I'd just be like, I don't know how to get to the second one, so I'll just be, you know.
Yeah, I just walk out and I just see Chitty standing there awkwardly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really fun to see. I could have easily just not let him in.
Yeah. I was just sit there because I'm like, what the fuck do I do, bro? I don't know how long it's gonna take him to get here because like we went through the garage last time and you were relatively close to the garage.
Yeah.
But like, you know.
I know when I took you back from like when it was like an entirely different movie.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that hard to break in.
Literally,
It's
Isaac.
not.
This is what Isaac asked me. He was like, "Hey, do you need me to show you the way out?" I was like, "Yes." I don't remember how to get out, dude. I'm gonna be stuck in this place for like 10 minutes if you don't show me the way out.
I mean, if someone walks in, you can probably be like, "Oh shit, can you let me in? I just forgot my keys. Inside."
Actually, the policy in like the entire apartment is like don't let anyone in that you don't know.
Yeah.
So nobody would open the door for Chitty except for me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because we've had problems with like people who don't live here that just like break in, and then sometimes they'll like.
How do they break in?
They'll have like a weapon. It's super easy too. Because if it like a car enters the garage, that garage door is automatic.
Yeah.
So they could easily sneak by in when like a car opens that door, and then they just enter to the garage, and then that's how they get in.
Yeah.
Not that hard. Why am I telling George this? He's gonna break into my apartment.
That's the thing with most apartment complexes though. Is like the garage doors are automatic, and there's always a time period that you can just easily walk in.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a problem
So
that
you just be
all
like waiting outside the garage and just like
problem
have
most
people.
places have. This is why a valet service would be. A valet service is like the most ideal in terms of safety, because then you don't have to rely on, automatic shit. They just take your car in, and then when you ask for it, or meet them up at the door, and then they give you your keys. So when you have to leave or whatever. But that's only available in high-end places, and
And we are in none of those places.
yeah. Well, it's not a high-end place, but
it's definitely not common.
Yeah.
Definitely not common practice.
Oh boy, no content. Let's go. 3 weeks, and we weren't able to procure any content.
3 weeks of no talking, and this is what it's devolved into.
Yeah. What have y'all been? Oh yeah, you've been going to school. How's been the past 3 weeks been going? In terms of school?
Going great. I'm having so much fun.
Oh fuck, right?
Why do you have to
that was the hardest fucking laugh of my life. Oh, it was a wheeze laugh, but I can't fucking wheeze because I was like my throat just very irritated. My throat's very irritated right now, and I couldn't fucking.
My sadness and my suffering. It's hilarious.
The ultimate pain, bro. Man, that shit was funny.
I've still got like 2-3 weeks until my semester starts. So.
Hey, shut up.
Bro, look at him fucking dying.
Dude, I'm dying. It's been rough the past couple of weeks. But thank God that I got sick now, because I'll at least start the semester. Not
should I bring up the future plan of what I plan on having on February 13th?
Bro, also I just realized, like, I told Isaac this, but one of my classes is at a college that I don't even go to. Like the only
that's really funny.
The only online calculus class that I was looking for, I was talking to my counselor. She was like, "Yeah, you don't necessarily have to take one in our college. You can take one at any other like LA Community District college, right?"
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, she was like, "You can just take any other class at any different college that's like within the LA Community College District, right? Within the LACCD." So I was just like, oh, sick. Okay. So I go and I look, and all of them, or most of them, were at like 8 in the morning to 9 in the morning, 8 to 9:30 in the morning, every day of the week except for Friday, at different colleges. I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking die. And then I look, and I'm looking, and this one says online, and I'm like, oh shit. I look at the time, 8 to 9:30, and it's a what is it? I think it's a Valley school, and there were only like 7 seats available. I was like, dude, I have to take the hit on this, because if I don't, I'm like, I have to take an in-person class, or I have to switch up something. So I decided to do it, and now I'm like regretting it, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be in a class with people I don't know that don't go to my college, or the college that I'm assigned to, and I'm like, it's gonna be fucking weird. Are they gonna ask if I go to their college? Because like, what if they do? Like, what if they talk about shit about their college, and I'll just be like, yeah, yeah, totally. I know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, man, I love this school. It's just great.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the buildings look really nice.
And it's gonna be,
man, is that grass? That's crazy, dude.
It's gonna be really awkward too if their pre-calculus class is different than our pre-calculus class. Because, like, I don't know what they're going to have covered compared to what I've covered. And I'm just going to be like, what if they talk about shit that I don't know? And I'll just be like, I'm Phuket.
I hope for the best.
Yeah. So then
Speaking of which, my math class wanted to do like a Discord server, like study group. So I just lied and was like, oh, sorry, I don't have a mic. So I
was it like, did the teacher propose it, or did a student propose it?
It was the students.
Oh, yeah, fuck the students, dude. Like one of the students did that for me. I'm
so
just
awkward.
like, they were just like, hey, well, I'm gonna do this Discord. I'm just like, bro, no, fuck that. If I did that for all for 4 semesters, I'd be in 20 different Discord servers for school, and then I'd have to leave them all at the end of every semester. Like, that's just fucking long. No, fuck you guys. You just learn on your own, forehead. What the fuck?
I'm only staying here for 2 years. I don't want to get attached to you guys. Who are you people?
Ask the tutors for help if you need help. Don't, like, I get
And
that.
that's
Like,
the thing, right? Is like tutoring is still available.
Yeah.
Like,
I get
it's
that
a thing.
pure learning helps.
Yeah, I get
like,
that, but it's so awkward.
Yeah.
I can't do. So I just lied. I just straight up lied. I was like, "Oh, sorry, I don't have a mic, so I can't be in calls." Like,
I'd just be
it's gonna
like,
be really awkward.
I just be like, listen, I'm here to fucking get my shit, not make friends, and I'm not gonna know you guys for more than this semester. So, sorry, but I'm fucking, I'm good.
That's how I lied my way out of not being a study Discord server.
Dude, yeah. I mean, like,
Among Us.
if I think some of the students are cool, maybe I'd join. Like, which is why I respect Chad, because like he just keeps talking about his, like, when we were in calls with Jenny and he was just talking about his shit. I'm like, dude, kudos to you for having the balls to do that, man. Like, I just can't
that's
be
the thing, right?
bothered.
It's that like you have him there.
Yeah.
So it's like at least you know someone. It's like when we do these, it's just like I don't know any of these people.
Chad goes to a different college. He goes to Glendale. So I don't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That,
I didn't join any.
When you're talking about like when you're in calls with Chad, it's like if you know that person, it's like when I'm in my class, just like I know you guys, but we're not super close.
I know you guys, but I don't know you guys. But yeah. Oh my god, I gotta poop, bro. I've been holding it in since I woke up, which was 3 hours ago. I need to.
Oh my goodness!
I need to
fix that sleeping schedule.
Dude, absolutely. I didn't wake up 3 hours ago. I got out of bed 3 hours ago, which is more or less the same thing.
Expect anything less.
Yeah. Like, dude, I have to fix
it. The hat goes back down, bro.
I have to fix it before fucking the semester starts. Because if I don't fix it before the semester starts, I'm actually going to die. Like, there's nothing. I'm going to die.
I'm dying right now.
Yeah, dude, this college sucks. I can't, which is why I want to get my associates, and then just, I want to get my associates as fast as possible so that I could, move in with you guys, get out and pursue something, right?
Well, we need to save up quite a lot of money.
Yeah. But at that point, I'm like, school has been so rough, and it's like, I don't know. It hasn't been fun, but it's probably because we're not at like an actual campus, and we're not at like an actual university, so we're not getting the full college experience. But like, I don't know. Even if I was, I feel like I wouldn't appreciate it because I'm not a social person, right? In general, I'm not a social person. So I feel like even if I were invited to parties, even if I went out more often, I wouldn't have fun regardless, right?
I just turn down automatically. I know I'm not that kind of person who enjoys those things, so I'm just like, why even bother pretending to like?
Yeah, exactly. So
enjoy it and go. It's gonna straight up refuse.
Like I'll do some of them occasionally, right? Because I don't want to just stay holed up in dormitory or whatever. But like, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, dude, is it even worth it? Because like, even if I do, right, like, I'm debating, should I even go to university? Because like, I need it, yes, for what what route I want to pursue. However, is it worth it? Should I just, not and just fully commit to, to YouTube, to content creation, or do I play the safe route and do go to college, get my bachelor's, and then go into the field? Which is why I guess we'll see when the time comes when we move together how well it works out. Ultimately, it does depend on how everything pans out when we move in together, and for that year.
On what you're gonna do after community college too.
Yeah. But like,
if there's a better like schools like somewhere else that's not like in state, I'm gonna be like, fuck it, I'll go there.
Yeah. But I mean,
it's better. It's like a better place for me to go. It's like a better place for my opportunities.
Like, well, I mean, I'll probably stay in California because like a lot of good tech schools are in California, or like pretty decent.
Yeah.
So I'll be in California, but like I'm debating on whether I do want to commit to a college and get my bachelor's
Balls.
at that point, or should I just just pursue everything, like just drop everything and just fully commit to content with you guys, right? And like that way.
I'm not committing content. Well,
Alright.
yeah, hold on.
All right,
I don't
looks
know
like
said I was committing.
sorry, Isaac,
Hey,
but
hold on.
majority vote rules. Just drop it
No,
and commit content. Too late.
no.
That's too late. Nah, it's too
Hold
fucking
on,
late.
hold on. I didn't
Hey,
agree to
you
this.
take that fucking
I
hat
did
off.
not
That way, some
consent to
content.
this. No.
Hey,
Chill out. All right, chill out.
Hey, you wrote all your
You two can
consent
go
away
ahead
in the
and do
fucking
it.
contract.
I'm gonna do my own thing.
You wrote all your consent away in that contract you signed.
No.
Yeah. But then, yeah, at the end of the day, ultimately that would make things easier for all of us, more primarily George and Al if she decides to move in with us as well, right? It'd make things easier for us because then we wouldn't have to relocate necessarily after everything. So I don't know. It's a lot of thinking, and I hate it, and I hate that I'm thinking like this. But I've just got to stick with it, and I don't know, dude. And then getting a job, if I get a normal 9 to 5, I'm also gonna die, dude. Like it's just horrible. Just like, bro, why can't we just live in a communist community? No, I'm kidding.
Whoa, hey. No
I'm kidding, bro.
politics on this podcast. Chill out.
Man, why couldn't we just be born rich, bro? That way we wouldn't have to spend our life doing
we
shit.
just not have been born rich? Wouldn't that be easier?
Why couldn't we be born rich, bro?
Why couldn't we have just not existed?
Well, I'm having a fun time living, right? But
Because you didn't know. Okay.
but yeah. Oh well. What can you do?
Survive. That's what I've been doing.
Barely
the
though,
past
dude.
18 years of my life.
At this point, it's barely surviving though.
It's still surviving.
Yeah.
Speaking of surviving, that reminds me. Let's talk about today's sponsor, Ark of Survival.
Oh my god.
Play this free mobile game game.
I just realized next month is gonna be a massive month for video games. Dying Light 2 is coming out next month, and
You playing?
Maybe. I'm waiting on reviews, and depending on what the reviews say, if they're good,
you should play it. I want another screaming Chuti profile picture. Second year, baby.
You should play it so we can have another. This is why I don't play horror games YouTube video.
If the game,
oh god, this is why I don't play horror games. The sequel.
If the game gets good reviews, I will play it, and I maybe stream it. Definitely record it.
You should definitely continue the series of This is why I don't play horror games.
But with like games that no one considers horror, so you just piss a lot of people off in the comments.
Alright,
funny.
Next time I play
Minecraft VR.
Dying Light.
Yeah, Dying Light 2 is considered a horror game.
Yeah, but Dying Light 1 isn't.
Yeah. Well, not as much. Technically is, but it's not, Yeah, Dying Light 2 is
you
considered.
You should play Outlast. Do you have that?
No. Anyway.
That was such a quick answer.
I mean, if you report at least good enough for one long YouTube video,
no,
like at least 30 minutes worth of YouTube content, then that counts.
Dude, I'll do the
same. You don't have to play the game again.
I'll do the same thing I did with Alien. Play it for 5 minutes, and then once the horror shit starts, just stop. That's literally what I'm gonna do.
Hey, that was BS shit, and you know it. The entire time up until that point was so boring, I wasn't even paying attention to your stream. The one time something interesting happens, I quickly dart back to your stream. Oh no, he's already paused. He's not gonna go back. He already exited the game. Man, what is this? I've been scammed, dude.
Yeah. Dying Light.
If you remember the password to the email, I'd probably start playing horror games on the PS and really record them for YouTube. Put them on the channel.
Yeah,
if you give me the
password again.
Wait, can I access the channel now?
Oh wait,
it'd be really funny if I could.
I'll wait 2 days to see I'll wait 2 days to see the reviews on Dying Light 2, And if they're good, I'll do a let's play on the channel. So that way you can experience
1 episode and then never fucking touch the game again.
Nah, dude. I have to commit. Cause like 1 episode, cool. It's the horror, it's the nighttime shit that's gonna make me shit my pants. And like if they implement more shit that I have to do during the nighttime, I don't know how I'm gonna avoid it. I'm just gonna be shitting my pants the whole time. So yeah. I'm not gonna have fun. Well, it's gonna be fun, but I'm not.
I'll have tons of fun.
It's gonna be fun, but it's not gonna be fun, you know? Like, yeah, it's just.
Man, what are you talking about? I'll be having fun through and through all the way, 100%, man.
Dude, okay, so I played Faz. And there's this moment where, you know, I actually committed to being in the house during a hunt, right? And we were playing on this map, and, you know, we find this place where the ghost is. And I'm there, and I'm like doing shit. I'm proactive. I'm like, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing? And then I start talking shit to the ghost. And then I start talking.
Like that, man.
I start talking about his family because there's a picture of like presumably either him or his family in the army. I'm like, hey,
man,
yo,
is that your wife? Hey, yo, your wife's fine, man.
So I was like, hey, yo, is this you, bro? Damn, you went to war, bro, man. You a pussy. And then he starts a hunt, and I'm like, oh shit. So I hide behind a bookcase. So I go to this bookcase because it's a weird floor. And there's like this wall, so I just hide behind it, and I'm just like looking straight into the back of this bookcase. I'm like, you don't see me, 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 and I fucking hear him walking towards me. I'm like, you don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me.
You'd be like, I have made a appearance. My judgment.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me. And then thankfully at that time my friend was like, oh shit, I gotta get a picture. So he runs towards me, and then he draws the ghost away, and I'm like, you know, oh my god, dude. Like my heart, if I had a heart rate monitor, it'd be like at like 120, dude. I was scared out of my mind, and I was literally shaking, and I was like, I had my eyes closed, dude. I was like, you know what I mean? All I did was hear shit. And thankfully, yeah, he chased my friend, and I'm like, and then the hunt ended. I'm like, all right, we're good, we're done. We got everything. We got everything we needed. I experienced a hunt. Let's get the fuck out of here, right? Those means I'm like, no. I didn't get a good picture of the ghost. I'm like, but fuck the picture of the ghost, bro. We need to get the fuck out, bro. Like, fuck this shit, right?
The sanity levels in the game was the same level as trees in real life.
And he's like, no, I still need to get the picture of ghosts, and we still don't have enough evidence. I'm like, fuck the evidence, bro. We just leave it up to chance. We just guess, and then we fucking go, dude. I've had enough. I've experienced a hunt. I've experienced the game. It's over. We need to go. We need to get the fuck out.
I was having fun before. Now I'm done. This is not fun anymore.
So then I leave the house, and he's like, nah, bro, nah, come back in. I'm like, you fucker, fine. So I come back in, and then I start talking shit to the ghost again, because I'm like, I just want to get this shit over with, and like thinking, dude, this ghost won't do shit, bro. This guy's a pussy. And then he starts a hunting, and I'm like, oh shit. I go back to the same spot, and I'm just
This is how the hunt starts.
So I go back to the same spot, and I'm just there. I'm like, I'm fucking you don't see me, and he's coming towards me again. I'm like, bro, you fucking leave me alone, bro. You leave me alone. And then I look over, and I fucking see him, and he darts towards me, and I'm like, ah! And then I get the death screen, and I died, and I was like, holy shit, I'm never playing this game ever again.
Judy had a fun experience playing game.
That's hilarious.
Had an even better experience shooting himself.
And that was it. I haven't played the game.
You know, your story reminds me of that XQC clip. The one where he's just like screaming out of the house.
Yeah, that's my horror experience, and that's gonna be me playing Dying Light 2. I mean, that was me when I was experiencing the sewer mission with the volatiles in Dying Light 1, and then I watched someone play it, and then he was using a UV light thing, and I was like, I could have used that. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, literally every time a volatile would appear, he shined a UV light at him, and then they got scared and ran away. I'm like, that's all I fucking needed. I didn't have to run through that shit shitting myself. I could have just pointed a stupid light at them, and they would have been scared. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, Judy, maybe if you weren't screaming so loud, then maybe you would have been calm enough to figure it out.
Nah, bro.
What is this game again?
Dying Light?
Dying Light. Yeah, remember the video I posted when I had to run through?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like they're susceptible to UV light. So if you just shine UV light at them, they'd just be like, "Oh shit, bright light. Okay, run away." And then they'd be like, "Oh shit, bright. Oh, where'd he go?" You know.
Genshin fans be like,
Chitty, how about I'll make a deal with you. You play Outlast to a certain point,
no.
and whatever part you fully get scared at and stop recording, I'll take it from there and continue playing for you.
Nah, dude, because I'd be watching you play and I'd shit myself.
Eddie, I have a proposition for you.
No, like you play on PC.
Outlast, and I will play Counter-Strike.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
You play Outlast until you finish. Like wherever you get too scared to fucking play.
There's literally
and then I'll take over from you through console.
There is nothing you can, offer up to me to make me play a horror game ever.
I would be willing to get pegged.
Would you play a horror game for $1 trillion?
No, dude, I'd rather die. Because I would die.
Crazy, dude.
I would die playing a horror game.
I doubt that.
How about this? You play, record, and upload. Isaac, what's a good amount of horror games?
I'll literally be like that guy on Twitch fails, like where the guy was
just
like
one, dude.
Y'all see that clip of the guy? He was like, "Bro, why am I scared? I'm a full-blown fucking adult, and there's a fucking zombie. What full-blown adult is scared of a fucking zombie?" And he's walking down the stairs, and he sees the zombie. I'm like, that's literally gonna be me. Like, I don't know what you want. I cannot play. I cannot, bro. It can't be done.
You play the full Outlast series and Alien, and I'll be willing to do the main outfit.
You already lost in bowling.
You're already doing that anyways.
I mean, in front of you guys.
Oh, we'll be there. Well, I'll just text
No, you
Al.
won't.
I'll just be like, "Hey, yo."
You won't know which day.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna text her. I'll be like, "Hey, whenever you guys set up a time for him to wear the maid costume, let us be there, and then we'll all record and make fun of him, and I'll grab his dick."
Judy, the vasectomy and pegging. I am putting that on the table.
No, literally.
Not even for the vasectomy.
Dude, no, literally nothing.
That is
you can
really
make
surprising.
There's nothing you can make me do to play a horror game, like a full-blown horror game.
George, if he's not going to take the vasectomy, I don't think our chances of getting him to play are very high.
Like, there's literally nothing. The only time I'll play a horror game, a full-blown horror game, is if I'm playing with friends.
Like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, like Left 4 Dead, Phasmophobia, Dying Light. Dying Light does have a co-op.
What if we're in a call with you while you play?
No, that doesn't count. They actually have to play the game with me. Because then that
what
way...
if you're doing a charity stream?
Yeah, me neither.
No, fuck them kids, bro. Fucking charity stream.
Bro, they just want to see you get scared, bro.
Fuck them kids, bro. Fucking...
Those kids are starving and on the brink of death, and they just want to see you get scared.
I was going to say something...
Being like,
I was going to say something really fucked up, and then I was just like, let's not say that really fucked up thing.
I mean, anyone can take this saying... Anyone can take you saying "fuck them kids" out of context really easy.
It sounds bad in context. It sounds worse out of context. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. No one wins.
But yeah, like Dying Light 2, I can kind of do because like I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna fucking do it. Like until I get a gun, I'm gonna be shitting bricks, right? Like once I get a gun, I'll be like, oh, hallelujah, a gun! I can survive, right? But until then, I'm like, I'm gonna be shitting myself. What else is there? Yeah, but there's really no other horror game that I'm gonna play.
And that sucks, bro.
Yeah, so unless they come out with a horror game.
Oh my god, why did your audio change significantly?
Did it?
Am I just imagining things?
I don't know.
Or did your audio actually change? I mean, now it's normal.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like no noise filter when you're talking.
Man,
I heard everything. Your background noise.
Yeah, until until they come out with a co-op horror game, I will not play another horror game until then.
Well, time to start researching co-op horror games.
What about FNAF?
That's not co-op.
What about FNAF, dude? FNAF is boring now.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
hold on, before you fully end it, they're making a movie for it. And I plan on watching it because I'm a big fan of horror movies, and I'm like, maybe I'll give this a shot.
Yeah, have fun.
But if I see one fucking furry as I'm going to go buy my ticket, if I buy it online, I'm refunding my fucking ticket or selling it. I ain't watching it. If I see one fucking furry there, either the bite of 87 is actually going to happen.
Show up.
Isaac, have you seen the fan base?
No, that's why I'm asking.
Have you seen the TikToks, bro? Man, it's crazy.
No, I don't use TikTok.
Well, you're in for a treat if you ever get it.
If you are. Holy shit,
I am literally. I have literally zero involvement in FNAF community. I don't even know.
The only actual cool thing about FNAF doesn't exist.
I don't care about FNAF, but somehow I just always end up in FNAF talk because I'm a gamer, right? And it's related to a game, right? So dude, I'm a gamer, bro. I just like a bunch of gaming TikToks, and all of a sudden FNAF is there. I'm just like, fucking. And then I stop liking it for a couple days, and then it's gone, and then I like more game shit, and then it comes back up. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here. But yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I have to fucking order shit from my brother, so I'd love to continue the episode, but that's gonna be it for this episode of the DaWeebs Podcast. Yes. That's gonna be it for this episode of the DaWeebs Podcast, episode 40. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you all next time.
Bye.